This is a 1998 Subaru Impreza. I'm going to convert this car from 4-door to 2-door, do a drivetrain swap, and paint the car. And I will document the entire process. To begin the process of converting this car from 4-door to 2-door, I removed the entire interior from the car. After I removed the interior, I also removed all of the window trim. To move the position of the Bpillar, I started by cutting the Bpillar out of the car. I used the angle grinder to do this. After the Bpillar was removed, I cut it into 3 sections and began fitting the lowest section to the door of the car. I did this by latching the Bpillar to the door and then opening and closing the door and progressively trimming until the Bpillar would fit into a hole in the rocker panel sill. After that was done, I added some structural temporary reinforcement up to the roof of the car and started welding in support at the bottom of the Bpillar. After the bottom of the Bpillar was tack welded in place, I built a rocker panel sill plate to cover the hole where the Bpillar used to be. On the top of the Bpillar, you can see the location where the front of the Bpillar was originally and how far back it's been moved. To fit the upper piece of the Bpillar, I reattached all of the window trim and tack welded the upper section of the Bpillar to the roof and then added a support bar between the upper and lower section of the Bpillar that will later be surrounded by sheet metal to fill the rest of the opening. Now, I could not use the entire Bpillar in one piece because the curve of the Bpillar on the coupe is different than the curve of the Bpillar on the sedan. So I will have to do some custom metal work to get the Bpillar to fit against the rubber trim, because as it is now, it does not fit. I'm going to make a patch panel to fill in the hole that was left by moving the Bpillar back. To save time and maintain as much of the original car as possible, I'm going to reuse as many pieces as I can. Here's an example. This is part of the original Bpillar, and I'm going to trim it down to fit. There it is. Time to weld.